more practice. So we'll just keep going with it. Number 2, we have the log base of 10 of 21 equals x. Oh, goody. The log is base 10. I don't have to worry about changing the base. I just type in log 21 on my calculator. Done. So log 21 on my calculator, and I get 1.32. That's the answer. Super fast. So if your base is ever 10 or e, you don't have to really worry about stuff. In number 3, I'm going to change it to log base of 4 of the number 164 equals my exponent, x. Oh no, the base is not 10 or e. So I do the change of base, which means I'm going to go with the log base 10, which I'm not going to write the 10, of 164 divided by the log base 10 again. I'm not going to write the 10 of 4. I type that into my calculator and find the answer. How much?
2.4.
Nope.
No, 3.67.
3.68 if we round would be the answer that I would prefer. 3.68. So make sure you can do that on your calculator. Number 4. Oh no, a decimal. Log base 0.5. We don't really care if it's a decimal, no big deal. Of the number 11 equals my exponent of x. Darn it, the base is not 10 or e. So I go and change it. Log of 11 divided by log of 0.5. And I type that into my calculator and I get negative 3.46. Thank you. Negative 3.46. So sometimes we get decimals, sometimes we get positives, sometimes we get negatives. Don't be surprised by that. What's different about number 5? There's a multiplying number. All right, so number 5, we notice that there's one more thing that has to be done because there's multiplication. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that 3. I'm going to get rid of that 3 by dividing both sides by the 3. So I divide the left side by 3. I divide the right side by 3. And I get 10 to the x power equals 87 divided by 3. This, oh, it is? Oh, okay, so it's a nice integer. That doesn't always happen. No big deal. And then if I rewrite this as a logarithm, what I see is the log base 10 of 29 is equal to my exponent. Good news is the base is 10. I don't really have to worry about much. I just type that in my calculator and I get x is 1.46. So the thing that's kind of great about this section of our chapter is we get to use our calculator, which is a fantastic tool. And if you understand that everything can be changed to base 10 if you wanted to, everything can be just typed into your calculator. Really fast. Look at number 6. What's the base in this one? E. So the base is e. If I rewrite this in its logarithm format, this is saying the log base e of the number 8 is equal to my exponent. Now you might think that you have to go log 8 divided by log e, which you can do if you want to. You can. That's okay. It'll work. Or what you can understand is that when you see LOGE, that really means ln of 8. And then you just type that in your calculator. And there is an ln button on your calculator. 2 point what? 07? 08?
079.
Okay, so we'll go with 2.08. When you see log of E, you're just going to use the ln button on your calculator. That's kind of the big idea. Hang on a second. So if I go to my calculator, I want to just show you in case you didn't see it, that there's an ln button right here, and you just type in the 8 and hit enter. And that's how we're getting the 2.08. So let's look at number 7 then. Number 7 is similar to number 6, but this time, notice how we're not looking for the exponent. Do you guys notice that? If you're not looking for the exponent, you don't have to change it to log form. You just type it in. So the cool thing is our calculator has an E button on it. If you look on your calculator, you'll see down below where you see the LN button on the far left, right above it in blue is the E. So I go second, LN, and that gets me to the E thing, and then I want an E with a power of 3, and I just hit enter. And that tells me my answer, 2.09. So I just write down, I don't have to do anything, the answer is 2.09. What's the
It's
grade?
20
Is it 20?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Would it be 20.1?
20 point, well, you could go with 1 if you went to the nearest 10th, but I'm going to go to the nearest 100th. So I just get 20.09. And again, this is by just typing it in on your calculator. There's an E button, second LN. Number 8. They try to add in some extra stuff for us to do. So in number 8, before I can do anything with logs or E's and anything like that, I need to get rid of that 4. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And I get E to the X is 6. And then because I want to find the answer to the exponent, that's why we use logarithms. So now I know that this is really talking about the log base E of 6 equals X. And we know that when we see log base E, this stuff right here, that's really the same as ln. Very good, ln. So I just want the ln of 6. 1.8?
1.7.
Let's go to 2 decimals, please. 1.79, so that we're all on the same page there. 1.79. Number 9 is kind of already set up for us. There's a log. The base is not 10. Uh-oh. Have to change the base. So now I write it as the log of 42 divided by the log of 4 equals X. I didn't write a base down. What's the base? 10. If you don't see a base anywhere, the base is 10, unless you see ln. So I go into my calculator, I type in the log of 42, I divide that by the log of 4, and I get 2.70 to the nearest 2 decimal places. Darn it. So number 10, the whole idea was when you see a log and you're looking for the number and not the exponent, change it into its exponential form instead of its log form, and then just type 10 to the 4.5 into your calculator, and you see that your answer is 31,622.78. Great job today. You have the rest of the hour to work.